The Nvidia RTX 5070 Ti is one of the best graphics cards in the entire market. So if you're looking to build the best possible PC around this GPU with no bottlenecks, then you are in the right place, because today I will show you 3 different 5070 Ti PC builds. By the way, all of these will be at different price points, since I will go through the cheapest PC for the 5070 Ti, I will also go through the best value one in terms of price to performance, and then I will go through a premium 5070 Ti PC in case you want the best quality components around this graphics card. And of course, I will also tell you the level of performance that you can expect with each system in different types of games, and you will find the links to every PC component mentioned down below in the video description with the latest prices and availability in your region. My name is Valentino. That being said, let's start. First, we'll start by talking about the best price to performance system alongside this 5070 Ti. So if you want the best PC in terms of value and you don't want to bottleneck this graphics card and you still want to get an amazing CPU, this is going to be the right system for you. Alongside the 5070 Ti inside of this PC, you get the Ryzen 7 7700X, which is an 8-core processor. So not only this CPU will be amazing for gaming, but also for streaming and content creation, because you get 8 cores. Now, in terms of gaming performance in esports shooters, since the CPU will matter quite a lot here, you will be achieving well over 300 plus FPS on average competitive settings at 1440p resolution. So feel free to go with a 360Hz, possibly a 540Hz 1440p monitor, depending on the esports game that you are playing. Now, in terms of more high demanding games, since you get the 5070 Ti, of course, you will be achieving very high frame rates at 1440p resolution, over 120 plus FPS on average in these high demanding games, high to ultra settings, and over 80 plus FPS if you want to play at 4K. If you didn't know by now, the 5070 Ti, as I said before, is one of the best graphics cards in the entire market in terms of pure gaming performance. Now, for the rest of the components, since I wanted the best price to performance, I went with an amazing motherboard with plenty of gaming features and Wi-Fi included, and I also went with 2TB of SSD for you to have plenty of storage and 32GB of DDR5 memory. That way, once again, you get an amazing gaming performance, but also an amazing streaming and content creation performance. And last but not least, for the case, I went with the Montec Air 100 RGB, which comes with 4 pre-installed RGB fans, plenty of airflow, and aesthetically, in my opinion, is one of the nicest looking cases in the entire market. And of course, the price is not too high. Now, the total price for this system is going to be around $1,500, which is a really decent price. And once again, in my opinion, this is the best value system, because it's definitely not the most expensive 5070 Ti PC, yet you're still getting amazing performance at any level, whether it's content creation, productivity work, or just gaming. Now, if you have more money to spend and you're looking for the most premium 5070 Ti PC, then I recommend you getting this next one on the list, which will feature the fastest CPU in the entire market for gaming in the Ryzen 7 9800X 3D. This is the fastest one, so if you want to play esports shooters, you can max out any monitor refresh rate. So if you want to compete in games like Fortnite, for example, or Valorant, feel free to go with a 540Hz display if you want to take these games seriously. Now, the 9800X 3D is also very fast for content creation and productivity work, so you are getting a very complete CPU for more than just gaming, of course, because this is the most premium one out there. Now, keep in mind that if you are a professional content creator and you want a PC that's focused for content creation or high CPU demanding tasks, then I do recommend you switching the 9800X 3D with the Ryzen 9 9900X, which is going to be slightly slower when it comes to gaming, but it is going to be faster in most content creation and productivity work applications. So if that's the case for you, then I recommend you swapping the CPU for the 9900X. Don't worry if you got lost, because you will find every component mentioned down below in the video description with the latest prices and availability. Now, inside of this system, you also get a 360mm liquid cooler, which is going to be amazing to cool down this Ryzen 7 processor, or Ryzen 9 if you want to go with the Ryzen 9 9900X. And in terms of aesthetics, the liquid cooler is going to make the entire build much more pleasing. Here I went with a premium motherboard as well, with Wi-Fi included, and also plenty of features for creators and gamers. Then I went with an RGB memory kit, which will look amazing, and it's 32GB of DDR5 memory, so you will be achieving very fast performance out of this memory kit. And you also get 2TB of Geforce SSD for you to have plenty of storage. And then for the case, I went with a more premium quality Montec King 65 Pro, which comes with 3 pre-installed RGB fans, and it's quite big to fit basically any GPU in the market. So if down the line you want to upgrade your graphics card to the RTX 5080 or even RTX 5090, you will be able to do so inside of this case. Now, this PC, as I said before, is very premium for a 5070 Ti, so the total price will be around $1,900 if you go with the 9800X 3D, which is the fastest CPU for gaming in the market. And if you are more productivity work or content focused, more than just gaming, then if you go with the 9900X for the CPU, the total price will be around $1,800, so $100 less. And then on the other hand, if you're looking for the cheapest PC for the 5070 Ti, meaning that you want the cheapest components around it, yet you still want good quality components, and you definitely do not want to bottleneck this graphics card for it to achieve amazing performance regardless, then I do recommend you getting this next system, which has the Ryzen 5 9600X, which is an amazing gaming CPU, and it will not bottleneck the 5070 Ti in most games. Here I also downgraded the motherboard, but I kept Wi-Fi included, and I also went with a 1TB SSD instead of 2TB. However, you can always add more storage in case you need more, so it's definitely not going to be a big issue. Now, in terms of gaming performance, you still have the 5070 Ti, so you will still get amazing 1440p ultra settings performance and also 4K, so you can expect 120 plus FPS at 1440p in high demanding games, high to ultra settings, just as I said before, and over 80 plus FPS when it comes to 4K in these high demanding titles. Of course, it will depend on the exact game and the exact settings, but this is just an average of what you can expect. I also changed the case to a cheaper one in the Montech X5M, which still comes with 4 pre-installed RGB fans, looks amazing, and it's going to be great in terms of airflow. The total price for this system will be around $1,360 by the time of filming. Maybe when you're watching this, the price will drop, or maybe it's going to be a bit higher, so I do recommend you checking the latest prices and availability from the links down below. But honestly, for under $1,400, this is going to be the best PC that you can get alongside the 5070 Ti if you want the best performance with no bottlenecks. Of course, you can go with a cheaper CPU, for example, but then you're going to be sacrificing the level of gaming performance, and you are going to be risking some stutters depending on the game and depending on the settings. And if you're looking for a pre-built PC instead because you don't want to build a PC yourself, I completely understand that. That's why I made an entire video talking about the best pre-built gaming PCs for every budget and every monitor resolution. So if you're interested, I do recommend you checking that video. You will find it in the top right corner. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.